How are we doing, guys? Moose here. Welcome back to episode number 77 of our West Ham United career mode. It's been quite a while since we got a video out, obviously. I'm recording this right after watching the West Ham Domzal match, the first ever match at the Olympic Stadium, London Stadium. It was fantastic. What a win. Chianti with 2 goals and Feghouli with a goal as well. So it's making me so excited for FIFA 17 using the new boys and playing to the new stadium, which will be fantastic. But we do want to finish out this career mode here. This is our last season, of course, and I do have some info on that as far as the remainder of the season and what's going to go down for that. We'll get to that at the end of the episode. But before we get here, we have a double against Liverpool. We're going to take them on in the Premier League. They're struggling. We're well on our way possibly to our first ever Premier League title. Lacazette's found his goal scoring form. He's fantastic. And of course, we are going to take on Liverpool here in the Premier League, and then we're going to follow that up with a match against them in the FA Cup on December the 31st, which means following this episode, we're going to be into the January transfer window. So be sure to leave your suggestions. We have about £10 million to play with. So obviously we could sell someone that's already here. Lanzini's unsettled. Chianti has been unsettled from not playing a lot. So a couple of guys we could sell if need be. So let me know if there's anybody there that you want to sell and who you think we should bring in for this last transfer window, of course. In goal for us, Adrian, who's been in great form, replacing Butland, who struggled. Vanderbilt, Brooks, Oxford, Cresswell, Deer, Roberto, Teo, Carrillo, Payet, and Lacazette up top, is the lineup we're going with. So, hopefully they can come out, do the business for us here. Deer does really well in the second minute to win us a free kick just outside the area, so dangerous position. Payet from 24 yards. What can Dimitri do? We know how good he is, and we've got Payet. It's a fantastic free kick in the back of the net. Lovely goal from Dimi. He's going to go over and show the flag who's boss. He just showed the back of the net who's boss. Unbelievably goes over and celebrates with the West Ham faithful here. Silences the cop at Anfield. What a free kick from Dimi. That is right up and over the wall. Nothing the keeper could do for Liverpool. Fantastic goal. I don't think it's Mignolet in there. I think it's Bogdan. It might be Mignolet. I'm not sure. Either way, we know Mignolet, not exactly class in goal, but it's a fantastic goal regardless. Great finish. It is Bogdan in goal. Of course, we know he's not with Liverpool anymore, but Dimitri Payet makes mincemeat of him. His 4th goal in the league this season, and we do take an early 1-0 lead in just the second minute. Payet again on the ball, finds Sergi Roberto, the man with the luscious head of hair, out wide to Carrillo. He dances inside a couple of turns, goes to strike it, and it is blocked by Sacco right in front of his goalkeeper, but we win a corner. Payet to whip the ball, looking for the header. Roberto heads it, and it's just over the top of the goal. We're not able to double our advantage just yet. However, we come forward now with Andre Carrillo 10 minutes later, finds Aaron Cresswell on the overlap. He's got plenty of space, so he's going to range forward. Nainggolan, the Belgian, chase him, but can Cresswell whip it in, finds Lacazette. It's a fantastic finish. The Frenchman nips in front of the defenders, gets a head onto it, and puts it near post past the Liverpool keeper. Fantastic play by Aaron Cresswell, linking up with the striker, and that is a lovely finish. Another goal for Lacazette. I think he had 2 goals in like the first 10 matches in the Prem this season. He's now got 11 goals in the season, and this is our 20th Premier League match, so he's got about 10 and 10 or 9 and 10, something of that nature. He's been phenomenal for him. He's been absolutely flying for us, and one reason why we are flying atop the Premier League table. Good chance though with Lacazette, link up with Eric Deer. Lovely little intricate triangles, finds Payet nearly onto the ball. He dances away, it comes away to me, strikes it, and forces Bogdan to a really nice save as we keep our 2-0 advantage. Some more chances as Payet finds Lacazette through, does really well to dance around the defense, goes through, strikes it, it comes off the underside of the crossbar. Somehow he doesn't get his second. What a great chance, but he can't put it in the back of the net. Liverpool, with their first real chance of this entire matchup, is a free kick's whipped into Sissoko, and Adrian makes an incredible save with his feet. Way to get in front of the ball. Great stop by the Spaniard. Benteke plays Sturridge through as they've brought on another striker to really see what kind of damage they can do. Sturridge goes forward. Adrian does really well at his near post to keep the ball. And one final chance for us. 76th minute now. Cresswell on the ball. Whips it in. Finds Payet. The keeper comes out. Gets nowhere near. And Dimitri Payet, he can score with his feet. He can score with his head. He does it all. That's why he is on the short list for FIFA's Player of the Year, European Player of the Year. He could win it all. What a man he is. Cresswell with a lovely ball. It's his second assist, and he's been one of our players of the season. There's no doubt about it. But Payet goes up. No fear at all as the keeper comes out, goes for the punch, completely misses. Payet gets a head on it. It's in the back of the net. 3-0. Come on, you Irons. Lovely finish from Dimi. We've got Payet. Dimitri Payet. I just don't think you understand. Great goal from Dimi. His 5th in the Premier League this season. Teo then would come off, Carrillo off, Dier off, and Poyet, Martin Samuelson, the youngster, and Mikel Antonio would come onto the pitch. So some young boys finally getting an opportunity to play for us. Unfortunately, because it's the 3rd season, they won't get a ton of time. But it's nice to see the likes of Samuelson. He's the kind of guy that should have a really decent potential in FIFA this year, in my opinion. He showed some fantastic class and skills at Peterborough on loan last year, and he's just really, really technically talented. Not a ton of pace, but a lot of skill, so I expect good things out of him in the future. Adrian with a good save. Late on, Payet finds Martin Samuelson here, the man of the moment who we're just talking about. He does really well. Skips around Moreno with some lovely skills. He should have at least 4 or 5-star skills. He can pull off some silky moves, force a good save out of the Liverpool keeper to end things up, and that would be how things would finish. We would prevail 3-0, 3 points. Man of the match would be that boy, Dimitri Payet. Fantastic performance from him. Pair of goals, of course, and so it means we will win 3-0. 3 Moose of my hair points for Payet, 2 for Aaron Cresswell, and 1 for Alexander Lacazette, who scored a goal as well. Cresswell played a 9.8, Payet a 9.6. Just ridiculous quality on display from them, and that's why we're going to miss Aaron Cresswell so much for the first 3 months of this season campaign. He's got about 3.5 months left on his injury, more than likely to his knee, so it's really disappointing that we're going to be out of him in real life. But delight over Adrian. Of course, you can see how happy we are the way Adrian's playing. When he left for a season and a half, of course, we sold him via Leverkusen to allow us to bring in, just because the fee they offered for him was astronomical. It was like 15 million. We brought in Butland for 10 million, so a great bit of business there, and it's fantastic. We've brought Adrian back to the club on a free, and he's performing so well for us. He's even taken the starting position back from Jack Butland with how well he's been playing. But we do have our second match here against Liverpool. Once again, we're still at Anfield, so we didn't even have to leave. This match is only 3 days later, so we just stayed in Liverpool. Unfortunately, no, we didn't. Nobody wants to stay there. But we do see with significant rotation of the team. We sent a lot of the first team boys back to London and let some of the younger guys come up and have a chance to take on this Liverpool side. They're putting out a very strong team here, one of the strongest teams they could put out. But we're coming out with Adrian still in goal, but Iorfa, Oxford, Ogbonna, and Cresswell across the back line. So a bit of rotation there. Noble and Keontae in holding midfield. Aldair gets a start in cam. Lanzini, who's unsettled. Rondon up top, and Antonio on the right wing. So we'll see what these boys can do. We start off brightly here. Keontae in the 5th minute range and forward. Finds Rondon on the ball. Dances through. Beats one man. Strikes it at goal, and it's a great save by Mignolet, who's getting his opportunity here in goal after the poor performance from Bogdan. But Lanzini on the 8th minute, lovely bit of roulette skill, showing off the trickery he does have, and we know that the Argentine does possess some silky skills, but he can't beat the final defender. Cresswell with a strike from range forces Mignolet into a good save, and we are lighting the lamp very quickly here. Some really good opportunities. Sissoko on the ball, and that is an unreal tackle from Reece Oxford. I just want everybody to take note. That's the quality we're expecting from this lad as we move forward. Benteke with a really good chance as it's turned over, and Sissoko would put the ball away. Really disappointing there. Ogbonna gives it away, and unfortunately it would be in the back of the net for Liverpool. But we do try and counter here. Rondon plays the ball out wide to Aaron Cresswell. He looks to play it back to Rondon. Skips around the defense. Could be the moment for the former West Bromwich Albion man. It's a lovely goal from the Venezuelan striker. Just skips through the defense. Mignolet gets a piece of it, but not nearly enough, and Rondon's the ball in the back end. It's another assist for Aaron Cresswell. That's the quality that he's been displaying. We gave him the captain's armband for this match, albeit by accident because Noble's playing. It should have been Noble, but Cresswell's still wearing it, and he's showing why. He's a real leader on this team, and someone that, once Noble retires, if Cresswell's still here, I would love to see him wear that captain's armband. But Lanzini with a good header in the 51st minute to nearly give us the advantage. He's not able to, but Aldair on the ball. Now to Rondon. Lovely chip over the top. Antonio's through. He's onside. The referee's flag stays down, and it's in the back of the net. Great finish from Mikel Antonio, and that's why Slaven Bilic, he's not a right back. Mikel Antonio is not a right back. What's your worst nightmare? Antonio at right back. Great finish from the lad. He should be playing more up front because he has that kind of finishing ability. Lovely goal, and we take a 2-1 advantage. 80th minute now. Noble on the ball. Chips over the top to Mikel Antonio again. We see what kind of damage he can do. Skips around defender. Goes to finesse it, and it's inches away from a third goal for us. Samuelson now, he's come on as a substitute late on. Plays a lovely 1-2 with Keontae. Dances through. He's got Alberto Moreno on strings. Skips around him. Goes through. Dances, and Moreno, we know he's not the best at defending. He takes out Samuelson. We win the penalty, and the skipper, Mark Noble, steps up and boshes it in the back of that. Lovely finish from the skip. 3-1. Surely that'll have to do it. put this game on ice. We're moving on in the FA Cup. And remember, we won the FA Cup last year, so we're trying to defend our title. And unfortunately, Liverpool do draw one back to add a bit of drama to this match with Benteke scoring a lovely finish. Players linked with us this year, so who knows what could happen. But we do come away with the win. That's going to be it. Man of the match for me, I thought was actually Solomon Rondon. I thought he played fantastic for us up front. He's kind of developed. We've gone back to the lone striker just because we only have 2 fit strikers, and I don't want them both to be exhausted at one time. So Rondon's done well up there on his own. Cresswell, 2 Moose to my hair points yet again, and 1 for Mikel Antonio as we finish this matchup. And Cresswell, what a performance. He actually wins Player of the Month in the Premier League. Well deserved from a fantastic left back, one who should be called up for England, no doubt. But here's my plan the rest of the way. I'm going to do monthly updates. So you'll see, we got January, February, March, April, May. So about 5 months left. Now, we may throw 2 updates in a month, just depending on what kind of games we have to play. If we can clinch the Premier League and we got a Champions League final or something in 1 month, we might split it up. Same with January, because I want to hear what you guys think as far as transfers go. So we'll wait and see. The videos will come out about once a week, more than likely, maybe 2 in a week, depending on how busy I am. But I'm trying to put out, it's a real busy time and also kind of a dead time for FIFA. So I'm going to get 1 FIFA Moose's Mighty Hammers video, or excuse me, West Ham video out, 1 Freedom Fighters video out a week at least. Just because I want to really kick on that series. We're up into Division 4. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to. It's fantastic. So a little bit of Ultimate Team. We get to play with so many classy Ultimate Team cards, a lot of informs, man of the matches, etc. And also maybe one or two other videos on different either soccer, football topics, or something else. We'll have to see. But that's how we're going to do. We're going to have 2 featured games in each episode. We're going to do highlights of the rest of the game, so you'll at least see all the goals. And then, of course, you'll get the Moose's Mighty Hammer voting of each match. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. The support is so much appreciated as we go towards FIFA 17. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.